Hello, I'm the BigCraigO and you're here for the second part in my Strixhaven review. Today we're going to be looking at the combination of green and black, which is most people know as Golgari, but obviously with the new set it is Witherbloom. We're going to be looking at a little deck that was popularised by MTG Jeff. So he's another streamer, well-respected streamer on Twitch and on YouTube, so go and check out his stuff. Anyway, let's get into the deck. Alright, here is the deck as it lays out. This is a Pest combo deck. By that we mean it uses the new Pest token that has been introduced since Strixhaven has come out. And basically you're going to create a bunch of those to sacrifice to be able to do other things in this deck. The ability of the Pest is when it dies you gain 1 life. There's a lot of life triggers in this particular deck, as well as you need to sacrifice creatures to be able to attack with some of these insanely large sort of finishes. All in all, this deck is fairly grindy. It sort of just grinds your opponent out. It has life gain, it has menace. There's a bunch of new cards in here, so you can see here we've got Valentin, Dean of Vane, and Lisette, Dean of the Root, both doing different things, but in essence, a 1-drop, 1/1 menacing lifelink seems very good in my books. What else we got here? Plumb the Forbidden, way of being able to sacrifice your creatures that are going to be blocked potentially, or creatures that will gain life and give you other benefits. Dina, Soul Steeper, really big fan of this card. 1 green, 1 black for a 1/3 legendary Dryad Druid. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Also, you can pay 1, sacrifice another creature, and she gains X plus 0, where X is a sacrifice creature's power. When you're talking about 11 10s that you can sacrifice, she becomes very powerful. 10 to the Pest, way of being able to create some actual pest creatures. Some older cards here in Bastion of Remembrance. Sedgemoor Witch, 1 black, 2 other for a 3/2 menace, and also has the ward mechanic. Ward is basically a type of it counters a spell unless they pay a price. So for this particular one here, whenever a permanent with ward becomes a target of a spell or ability and the opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays the ward cost. For this particular one, the ward cost is to pay 3 life. Pretty damn good. You know, as we see here, in essence it's a 4-drop 7/6, but the downside is that in your upkeep you've got to sacrifice a creature. It happens to be the creature that if you're sacrificing the Woe Eater, then your opponent discards a card, you draw a card, and you gain 2 life. It's just pretty powerful. And then you've got obviously here a Titan as well. It's 11/10. For it to attack or block, you've got to sacrifice a creature. We also have a suite of land. There's nothing too exceptional there, but ultimately it's just a deck that's designed to create little tokens that you can then sacrifice to fuel the rest of your deck. So let's go and have a look at the mana curve. Okay, so here's the mana curve here. Look, the Lorehold deck that we looked at the other day, it's got quite a low curve. This deck also has quite a low curve. It's 2.6, where the other deck is quite high in the creature count. This has got a sort of more moderate amount. It's probably a bit high compared to say something mid-range, but it's still quite moderate. Especially for this type of deck where you've got to fuel it with creature tokens. It runs 22 creatures, 14 non-creature cards, so support cards. It's predominantly black in as far as its casting cost goes, as you can see there with 36 to 15. It runs 24 land. As you can see, it really maxes out on that 2-drop slot. It does have some 1-drops, but to be honest, most of the 1-drops, you've got to make that choice whether you're going to bring it into play as a 1/1 lifelink menace, or keep it back to play the 2 green to other side of the card. So ultimately, there's some real decisions that need to be made playing this game, this particular deck, sorry. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go and get some games in. Our opening hand looks fairly good here. We've got both colours of mana that we need. We've got a little bit of removal, a few creatures. Look, I'm happy with this. We're going to keep it. Now, this game, as those of you probably have watched my deck tech series before, the first game I always play against Sparky. Just gives me a time to get into the deck, but also talk about what's going on a little bit more, and not to be too concerned about wackadoo things that human opponents do. So we're going to keep this one and see how we go.
I love a good challenge.
So we're going to play the new Necro Blossom Snarl. The way this works is you play it and you get to reveal a swamp or a forest. If you do that, it comes and play untapped. So that's all kinds of good. Let me get rid of this life tap because I don't have any other use for the one drop or one mana anyway. Okay, play a second land, play our 1/3 Dina. Excuse me. Block here. Hopefully they don't have any pump spells. Play out the witch. No attacks at this stage. Just sit back and block. Excuse me. Coughing away there. Okay, so I'm going to block this one just because. Take 2. Play another green one. Oops, cancel that. Damn it. Change my mind. I was hoping to be able to kill that Hello Priest, but that's not going to happen. So. See if they block. That would do, but they don't. But anyway. The one thing we do have at this point in time is that the Hello Priest doesn't have trample. So, block here. Block here. I need to kill this. And remove the 3 counters from this. The amount of times I've seen people really struggle to get their head around how to do that. Sacrifice 2. One on that one. You can see here how we're going to start to build a bunch of play away. attacks at this stage. Yeah, so we went from having 2 creatures, we sacrificed up to 6 because we played a spell. Pretty damn good. As many as we can. Hopefully they don't have too many pump spells. They have 1. Rightio. For us, but oh well, it is what it is. I'm going to swing in everything. Drop them down to 8. Sack outlet. I'm going to swing through for lethal.
Till we meet again, Planeswalker.
We get there. This opening hand looks fairly good. Yeah, we'll keep this. Love there. I'm gonna play this out tapped because I want to have the 2 colours to be able to do other stuff later on. I want to get stuck. Overgrown Arch. 1 green, 1 other for a 0/4 defender. You tap it to gain 1 life. Very nice. Play this. Next, in turn. Green, we'll get a 2nd black. So our opponent's going to keep gaining life with this, which I think is bloody brilliant, to be honest. I think it's a really cool, different sort of thing that I've seen for a while. Doing the card engine side of things as well, which is pretty cool. end up here, right? Go the attack step. Let's see where we go from here. This is really fun. Deathless Knight, look at this guy go. Okay. Trample, nice. Very cool. Attack step. Minus that one. Attack with 10 of them. Bash bash. End turn. Battlefield. Gain 3 life. Draw a card. Put Bookworm. Graveyard. Yeah, okay. Nice. With everything. Would have been a bit quicker. Let's go for yay! We get there. Opening hand looks okay. The land is sketchy as. And I'm learning really hard with this deck that the land is going to be the problem going forward. So I'm going to mulligan. And then I'm going to keep this on. Put this back. At this point. again, the mana is what I'm concerned about. Take 2. Okay, we get one. So, excuse me. Having a look here, seeing what they're doing. So obviously they can play their construct beast. They've got 4. They've got something like a Demigoth, Titan. It's going to be pretty hardcore. See what we can do. This is good too. My turn. Okay. We're definitely going to kill this. Yes. One of dead. One has to be dead. Okay, the board state's not out of control yet, so we've still got a chance. Such cool art. It's getting pretty chunky at the moment. Alright, so we draw the extra land underneath it, so let's make it green. Bad boys. No attacks. Now, if they choose to attack in with a love-struck beast, I am going to sacrifice the goat and block the Titan. But I'm guessing they're going to have some sort of removal for this. At a guess, good old bush rat. We've got a bunch of creatures that we can use to block now. So hopefully we'll be able to survive. Okay. Like this. both sides are going to keep building up, but the issue is that this, every time they do some instant sorcery, we get pinged. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can dig our way out of it. We do have more cards in hand than at the moment, so that's one thing going for us. If we can draw our own version of the witch, I'll be a happy camper. Blocks. Yeah, it's the sack outlet that they're missing at the moment, but that's only a card away. Another one of these. Alright. Oh my god. Flying. Eye twitch. That's cool. My turn. Oh, come on. Killing me here. Wow, they're blocking with the flyer. Impressed. Alright, so next turn. Next turn, hopefully we draw one of the witches. That would be really cool. If not, we pass. Assuming we go next turn, which I hope we do. Excuse me. Now. Nice. Okay. Bash, bash, bash. Yeah.
Send your podcast to the grave.
Yeah! We finally get there. Opening hand's a bit light on, but we'll see how we go. Our opponent, Death 34. Some love. Building our board stack. So we've got some 2 rocks, 3 rocks. Casting costs not dropped so much. Sorcery team. Okay. Sure, I'll try it out and see what happens. Build our board state up and see if we can get across the line that way. Our opponent's down to 16 at the moment. Creating some extra pests, which is fine. Interesting. Alright. Drawing up a storm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 9 cards in hand. Okay. Oh, nice. unfortunately we lost a Woe Strider, cleared some pathway, but that was about it. I do like this deck. I think it's a good deck. I think sometimes it struggles a little bit just picking the wrong piece up. But you get that on the big jobs. Attack with Old Mate here. Just because that's what he does. Hopefully we get to attack with this and then turn it into a lot of pests. That would be great. Try it up now. Good game, that's right. Whew. We get there finally. Well, so I finished playing a bunch of games using this deck, the Pest combo. It's super fun to play. It doesn't win a lot. In my experience, I played against some pretty interesting matches, or played against a lot of different decks, interesting decks in a lot of different matches, and it just seemed to be slightly off the pace. So if I had one more land or I had one more turn and all those sorts of things, still super fun, and I think with a bit of tuning it's a really, really good deck. So I'm going to play a bit more with it, I think, in the background and see if it can evolve into something a bit more competitive. I'd have to mark it at this stage as in its current form. I'd probably say it's probably a C-. So it has the capability of being able to win games quite convincingly, as you've just seen in the videos of the matches. But I lost a lot of matches as well. So all in all, it's a good deck, fun to play, and definitely something that I would be playing against my friends just for giggles. But not something I'd be taking to the next tournament that I went to. Yeah, all in all, really enjoyed playing it, and yeah, I think it's a good deck. As I said, this is the second in a series of 5, so there's 3 more decks to go. Yeah, feel free to keep an eye out for the Strixhaven sort of deck techs that I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks. As always, comment below in the YouTube clip, under the YouTube clip, if there's any particular decks that you'd like to see me play. More than willing to do that. Don't forget, I stream Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, 7 PM to 10 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is Greenwich Mean Time plus 10 hours. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're able to, like the videos and comment. That really helps our videos get more recognition. I've got a Facebook page, the BigCraigO, and obviously I stream under the Twitch handle, the BigCraigO as well. So any support, anything that you'd like me to do, any suggestions, feel free. Otherwise, guys, have a great one, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.